Bihar may look just like one state in India's political map, but every big political shift in India has often started from small tremors. The tremor this time, a possible BJP loss in the Bihar Assembly election. For a party that has built its dominance on Prime Minister Narendra Modi's larger than life persona, this is more than a state election. This is about the future of BJP itself and what happens when the Modi Shah era begins to waver. So today we ask, if BJP loses Bihar, is it the beginning of Modi's end? And what happens to the BJP without the Modi Shah duo at the helm? Bihar has always been a political battlefield where caste, identity, and alliances shape every result. BJP's expansion in the Hindi heartland began in Bihar thanks to its alliance with Nitish Kumar's JDU. That partnership gave BJP its first real power in the state. But it has been a turbulent relationship. Alliances made and broken, reconciliations and rifts. In the 2024 Lok Sabha election, BJP's number in Bihar dipped and the India bloc gained ground. Today, Nitish Kumar's political capital is fading, Tejaswi Yadav is energizing the backward caste youth, and the BJP faces one of its toughest tests since 2014. A loss in Bihar won't just be a regional setback. It will be seen as a proof that Modi's charisma is no longer enough to swing a tough election. Since 2014, the BJP's biggest asset has been Narendra Modi's personal brand, the incorruptible, decisive leader who promised development for all. But after more than a decade in power, fatigue is setting in. The promises of job, better infrastructure, and controlling prices have not been fulfilled for millions, especially in the poorer states like Bihar. The gap between the grand speeches in Delhi and the everyday reality in towns and villages is now visible. The youth of Bihar still migrate for work, farmers remain distressed, prices keep rising. Modi's rallies still pull massive crowds, but the crowds do not always translate into votes. A loss in Bihar will signal that the BJP can no longer rely on Modi's persona alone to win tough state contests. Behind the politics lies a more uncomfortable truth. Bihar remains one of India's least developed states. 15 years of BJP JDU rule have not changed the fundamentals on the ground. Industrialization is weak, agriculture remains low productivity, young Biharis still have to migrate to survive. The migration numbers tell the story. As per the census of 2011, about 74.5 lakh Biharis were living in other states and nearly one third cited employment as the reason. Only UP at 1.23 crore had a larger out migrant population than Bihar. India has a total of 5.43 crore interstate migrants, accounting for 4.5% of the country's population. As a proportion, Bihar's out migrants count for 7.2% of the state's population. From about 25 lakhs in 2011, the figure has now gone up to 46 lakhs according to the Bihar caste census of 2022. Another 2020 study found that over 50% of Bihar's households have at least one member working outside the state. Among migrants, nearly 80% are landless or own less than 1 acre of land. Mail out migration for work from Bihar is over double the national average, and recent estimates by media and NGOs range from 50 to 3 crore Biharis earning livelihood from outside the state. Now, this out migration is so visible that the trains leaving Bihar for other state capitals are always packed. The rail routes themselves have become a symbol of economic flight. For decades, caste-based inequities have kept lower caste Biharis at the bottom of the opportunity ladder. The 2022 caste-based survey also revealed that over 63% of Bihar's population is OBC, while around 20% are in the scheduled caste category. These groups, often lacking land or capital, have had to seek opportunities elsewhere. In short, Bihar has seen little structural progress, and voters know this. The enduring underdevelopment and the mass exodus of workers have become a silent indictment of both BJP and the JDU. As Bihar heads into the election, there is another quiet but critical factor: the voters list. In early 2025, the Election Commission undertook a strategic, intensive revision of electoral rolls. The exercise had led to the deletion of nearly 69 lakh names from the rolls in Bihar, a staggering number in a state where turnout often determines who wins. The official line is that these were mostly duplicate or ineligible names. But the opposition, especially the Congress, alleges that many of the deletions came from poorer and migrant communities, groups less likely to support the Bharatiya Janata Party. This has triggered protest and accusation that the BJP hopes to gain an edge through a managed voter list rather than through genuine support. Whether this fear is exaggerated or not, it has deepened mistrust about the fairness of the election and could become a flashpoint if the results are close. For years, the BJP has been a two-man show. Modi as the face, Amit Shah as the strategist. That formula worked brilliantly in 2014 and 2019, but recent years have exposed its limits. State leaders feel suffocated by central control. Yogi Adityanath in Uttar Pradesh has now carved his own power base. Nitin Gadkari keeps a distance from some of Modi's economic decisions. Shivraj Singh Chauhan's return in Madhya Pradesh shows that the old guard still matters. The RSS, the BJP's ideological backbone, is now restless. It is uncomfortable with Modi's over centralization and his shift away from core Hindutva messaging. A defeat in Bihar will embolden these factions. The BJP's national dominance since 2014 has rested on the belief that Modi is the unbeatable vote getter. But a loss in Bihar, especially with setbacks in Karnataka and Maharashtra, that would puncture that myth. For the opposition India bloc, it would be an enormous morale booster ahead of the 2026 Bengal election and then the 2029 Lok Sabha contest. Investors and foreign observers who have treated the BJP as a stable Modi led juggernaut would start hedging their bets. And perhaps most significantly, BJP's own rank and file will feel the tremor. The Modi image, their main campaign weapon, may not be enough. So, what happens if Bihar loss opens the door to a bigger leadership crisis? The potential successors are clear but limited. Yogi Adityanath, strong Hindutva appeal but not pan India. Nitin Gadkari, respected administrator with RSS backing but lacks mass charisma. Shivraj Singh Chauhan, a seasoned organizer but not seen as a national face. A collective leadership model, it could emerge but risks fractional fight and a return to coalition style politics that Modi era had buried. In the background, the RSS may try to reassert itself, pushing BJP back to ideological roots and away from Modi's personality driven politics. Such a shift could alienate the centrist development minded voters who supported Modi in 2014 and 2019. Bihar's election is not just about who governs Patna. It could well be the first step in Modi's transition to a post Modi political era. If the BJP fails to reinvent itself, it risks going the way of Congress after the Nehru Indira period, aging leadership, internal rifts, and slow erosion of voter trust. The Modi Shah era transformed Indian politics for more than a decade. But every political story has a turning point. Bihar might be the moment when BJP realizes that its biggest strength, dependence on one man, has also become its biggest vulnerability. The question is no longer just can BJP win Bihar? It is can BJP survive and thrive without Modi at the center? This Bihar election may decide not just the state's future but the shape of India's national politics in the decade to come. Thank you for watching.